how would I encapsulate Lachlan James in just one word? It's tough. There's a lot of great words to choose from. But here's a few that made the short list. So started here, not bad, sort of his defining characteristic.
Special. What else can you say, really?
Massive head.
Although it's tempting to go for the word tatonka, the North American word for buffalo, out of respect for his huge noggin, I'm actually going to go with dependable.
Magnanimous and ridiculous. I have two.
Pest.
Legend.
Would be humble. Just a sweet, quiet, modest, humble kid.
Colourful.
I landed here. Quite accurate, but in fairness, it's not one word, right? It's two words. So what is that one word that describes him better than anything else?
A show off?
Can only be this. I think we'd all agree that Lachlan James is the most extroverted person that we've ever met. In fact, if you look up the definition of the word extrovert in the dictionary, and I just happen to have one here with me, the Oxford English Dictionary. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Definition of the word extrovert is basically just a picture of Lachlan after a few beers. So I guess that settles it.
Many contenders, but it has to be the Glastonbury 2011 and not 2010 when Lach went to bed early both nights. So the now infamous hand-holding competition, watching the Wu-Tang with my pink cowboy hat on. Lachlan and myself obviously decided to see who can hold hands with each other the longest, which lasted well over an hour. All very funny, going swimmingly, until I bumped into an old friend from university who I hadn't seen for 10 years, who naturally thought that I was now a homosexual, and Lachlan was my boyfriend. Lockie obviously doing his best to make things go well, obviously. All very awkward.
One night I was out with Lockie. Huge night, ended up at 24-hour bar on Park Street in the city, and at the end of the night had the beer goggles on, and both of us sidled over to a couple of birds, started chatting them up, and before we knew it we were on the cab on the way home. And yeah, so something a little bit strange about what was going on, and there's definitely a few files missing, but ended up realising that both of the birds were prostitutes, and ended up having to do a bolt out of the cab on Victoria Road, sprinted all the way home, screaming like little girls we did. But yeah, cracking night.
Glastonbury, Sunday afternoon. Lachlan turns up having just had a fresh cry because he managed to get a shower at the posh camping. And he turned up in the way that only Lachlan could. See, it had been raining earlier in the weekend, and most people were sensible enough to bring Wellingtons, or gumboots as we'd call them from New Zealand. Lachlan, of course, bought something special.
It's got to be Lachlan's birthday celebrations in 2012. We're in Vegas, massive night out, not a lot of sleep. First thing in the morning, head straight out to go skydiving over Vegas. Lachlan manages to vomit mid-air into his own mouth and swallow it, doing only marginally better than his best man Rich, who managed to vomit all over himself and all over this tandem skydive jumper. How he passed the breathalyzer on the way, and I've got no idea.
One story that's pretty bloody hard, one story that I can think of that stands out, but it's probably going to be the Ibiza trip, the last one we went on. Not only did we manage to get into VIP where Lockie knocked over a complete table of drinks, we then befriended these people, went back to their hotel, kicked on, and then had to go straight to our hotel, get our car, drive to the airport on no sleep. We were arguing about how much fuel to put in the bloody car, driving away from the airport, finally made it. Probably the worst flight back to London I've ever been on. That's probably one of the funniest stories I can remember. Lockie looking like death as well, standing in the line for the plane. Hilarious.
One of my earliest memories of Lachlan is on a New Year's Eve in my and Jess's apartment in Glebe. The girls sitting on the balcony had realised the boys had been a bit too quiet for a bit too long, so we went looking for them and found them in the kitchen having raw onion eating competitions. They were eating them like apples and also cheering each other on to see who could put the kitchen sponge in their mouth. Judging by Lachlan's onion breath for the rest of the night, I think he was the winner.
After a big night out, and I can't remember exactly where it was, but we ended up back at Simon Torrey's parents' place, as we often did back then, and drinking some beers out on the front lawn and looking across the road. There was a boat hanging from a tree, and typical Lachlan style, and I think only Lachlan could do this, decided he was going to climb up the fence across the tree and get into the boat and pretend to row it, which he did successfully, very successfully. Unfortunately, the trouble came when he couldn't quite work out how to get out of this boat that was hanging in the tree, and was struggling with this for some time. And then things got even better when Simon's father decided to get up and go for an early morning walk, came out and saw his son and myself sitting on the lawn drinking beer at about 8 a.m, and then discovered Lachlan in the boat in the neighbour's yard across the way, trying to work out how the hell to get down. I can't recall how he actually got down, but he's still here in one piece, so he managed to do it, obviously.
Getting nearly kicked out of my favourite Broadway bar. Broadway bar meaning they sing musical tunes, so Wicked, Sound of Music, and you busting out in your favourite rendition of the Thong Song.
Let me see that
Loudly, enthusiastically, mortifyingly for myself.
It's his ass. When he and Claude left the country to do their 9-month tour through South America, Lachlan was periodically sending me photos of him from different gorgeous locations, flipping me off. That was sort of a habit that we had. And he took an amazing photo of him standing fully nude with his back to the camera in the middle of a desert with both hands in the air, flipping me the bird with both hands. And I made it my the picture that comes up whenever anybody calls.
Dude, what can I say? You've been punching above your weight at work for years, and now you're punching above your weight at home as well. But you're doing a fantastic job of it. I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy for you. And I wish you and Claude the happiest of futures together, which I've no doubt you'll have. Cheers.
Is one of happiness. I think you guys are a great couple. You're a match set, and I think you're going to have an exciting life together. So love you both, and we all miss you, and we wish you the very best.
Mate, have a great night. Go crazy. And best of luck for the wedding, mate. Sorry I can't be there.
Best of luck on your big day, mate. You and Claude complement each other incredibly, and I'm sure that you've got many happy years ahead of you. And you're punching above.
So for his friends all over the world, and of course for Claudia, life is better when Lachlan is around. Congratulations to you both, all the best, and just thrilled for your wedding. Cheers.
So, where the magic first happened. Lockie, all the best, mate. Even though you're already married, with the shame in my books. No pressure at least. But all the best. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a magical day, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. But all the best, mate.
Good luck for Friday, man. Just enjoy the day. It'll be amazing. You've got a hell of a woman, and she's lucky to have a great man like you. So just enjoy the day. We're just thrilled to be here to be able to celebrate it with you.
Lockie, from myself, Henry and Kate, all the very best on your big day, mate. You and Claude are an absolutely fantastic couple. You're extremely lucky to have each other. You're well and truly punching above your weight on that side of things. But we miss you greatly. I've had so many laughs over the years while you're in London. I know you guys are going to be so happy together in Australia. Can't wait to come and see you. Sorry we can't be there on your big day. But yeah, just want to say all the very best in the world and good luck.
Lachlan, a final message before your wedding day would be pretty much just don't wear lycra. And you would think that wouldn't have to be said, and for anyone else it wouldn't be, but I'm not putting it past you. So I think as long as you steer clear of that, it's going to be an awesome day, and I can't wait for it.
And I just wanted to say thank you for putting up with me for over 10 years. I can't believe it's been that long. And I'm so happy that you found the lady of your dreams. She's wonderful, and so are you.